아니죠. 1.5리터는 근데 저희 그 일반 사람은 일주일 정도 먹죠.
아니요, 이틀은 다 먹습니다.
예, 서킷 브레이커 경기하겠습니다. 유시아와 김명우 선수인데요. 경기에 바로 하도록 하죠.
Whoa, alright. Apparently we're starting already. Oh god, overlay. Overlay! Okay, here we go in the losers match. The top right position is the yellow Zerg. We will have 0, and he will be facing a TVZ master in Mong. So this is gonna be problematic. This is gonna be problematic, and I'm quite happy about this, to be honest, because Zero was kind of trash talking. He was trash talking in the winners interview of the round of 32, and in the interview in the pre-game interview they gave today. He seemed a little bit cocky. Now that could very well just have been sort of a bit of acting, a bit of showmanship, just to rile the fans up a bit. But I don't know. I'm not sure. And Zero already got smacked down by Haya in the first series, and I expect Monk to do the same. And I think that would just be amusing, given what's what he's been saying. And of course, Mong on the other hand, completely the opposite, was super nice about the whole thing, was apologetic about knocking Killer out, was hoping to show us good games. So really rooting for Mong. He seems like a really nice guy. So go Mong, go Terran. Woo! Hey, look, it's Gotunk. Man, we got all kinds of Gosu foreign brutal players in the chat today. Got Technics, got Mazur, Gotunk. Man, you guys even play StarCraft anymore besides Technics? Come on, guys, TLS Championship. It's coming soon, I think. Anyway, looks like the SCV is gonna scout in the incorrect direction. In the meantime, we have. Is that a gas already taken? Did Zero go 12 hatch into gas before pool? Can the observer show us the main base, please? Please show us the main base. Yes, he did! Yes, he did! We got some 2-hatch Muta action coming on. We've got 2-hatch Muta. This is actually quite funny because in the game that I had to cast for the Gom Classic tryout thingamajigger, the Jaedong versus Flash game, Jaedong did this build too. He went 12 hatch into gas and then pool, and then just like absolutely destroyed Flash with his Muta micro. so that was pretty fun. But let's see how Mong deals with this. Now this is quite interesting to me because in the first series against Haya, Zero went for 3-hatch Lurker in both games, which indicated to me that maybe he wasn't that confident in his Muta micro in this matchup or something like that. But then here he is going 2-hatch Muta, and not even a normal 2-hatch Muta, a gas first 2-hatch Muta. So he's gonna be gonna need some pretty hardcore Muta micro for this to be effective. So I don't know. It's basically just a complete turnaround from what he was playing against Haya. I don't know if that's maybe because of the players or what's going on here. Because actually, in the pre-game interview, Mong actually said he studied some of Zero's VODs, in particular that finals where Flash demolished him. So I don't know if Zero's just mixing things up a little bit. Anyway, Zergling poking out. Gonna go to the front. Nice little mini wall in here. I like how it doesn't block completely. Actually, I don't know if you can make a wall here that blocks completely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could. But you see, now he can get a tank out and he doesn't have to kill a building. Just a little thing. It's quite nice. Anyway, Mong should be quite familiar with defending 2-hatch Muta, if not necessarily this particular version of it, although I'm sure he's seen it before. Sorry, just got some hiccups. We actually have another SCV that managed to sneak around the top side. One Zergling is going to see it, but these Zerglings, do they have speed? Yes, they do actually have speed, so maybe if he blocks the ramp, he can get these Zerglings back in time. He should just block the ramp with the drone. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. No, he doesn't need to block the ramp because he's obviously going 2H Muta, so it doesn't actually matter. So the SCV will get in, and that's absolutely fine. Gonna just confirm there's a Spire there. There wasn't actually any point blocking the ramp. Now that I think about it. BioBoyat tells me this is 2Hatch into quick third, and indeed he is correct. I see a third hatchery at the bottom right base. Fantastic. I mean, we're basically waiting for the Mutas to come out for exciting things to happen. It's actually quite interesting. I mean, I believe I mentioned in the beginning of the group how this is the map where Modesty did an amazing 2Hatch Muta into Fast Hive against Sock, but again that was horizontal, that was vertical positions rather, and this is horizontal positions, so I'm not sure if this works quite as well. It probably does still work, because you can still abuse those little bridges outside the natural, and kind of pick the Marines off as they're coming across. So, but I'm not sure if Zero's going to do that. And the SCV sees the quick third here at the bottom right. So this isn't going to be an all-in 2Hatch Muta by any means. He is already beginning to think about the transition off, but he is going to want to do at least a little bit of damage here with the Mutas, because he has cut some drones. Alright, he's coming in here. Second turret is just going to finish. Maybe the Marines are defending, and there we go. So we got 2 turrets in the main, 2 turrets at the barracks, and 2 turrets in the natural, and then a group of Marines defending here. Very standard setup for the anti-Muta defense. Sock, I hope, is watching this game and taking notes of how you're supposed to do this. And the turrets even almost sort of cover each other there between the main and the barracks. So the Mutas haven't really been able to do too much just yet. There are actually 3 turrets at the natural because it's slightly more vulnerable. Both because there's a little area, little high ground area above it, and also because the Marines have a harder time getting through there. As you can see, they're kind of blocked by the SCVs in the command center, whereas in the main base, as we saw earlier, the Marines have plenty of space to run around and micro against the Mutalisks. There's a nice little run in there, by the way, with the Zerglings to grab at least one of the turrets, but other than that, these Mutas haven't been that effective. And it looks like, now the Marines are going to try and run across the map. You see what I mean by it being a pretty decent position, although it looks like Zero wasn't able to quite take advantage, but you see, because the Marines are kind of funneled into the bridge, it really limits the number of Marines that can be attacking at a time. All the ones in the back are just kind of running around crashing into each other. But Zero really needs to micro down a few more of these Marines. He really doesn't want to be making too many Sunkens here after going 2Hatch. You know, he's already a little bit hurting on drones. Looks like he's made 2 creep colonies, hasn't morphed them yet, so yep, just trying to skimp, make the bare minimum required. The bottom right base, though, could actually be quite vulnerable, which is the problem. Even though the natural can be defended with Sunkens, the bottom right base, even if you build a couple Sunkens there, the Marines can kind of run around, find a different angle, and it's just not fun times. We do have Hydra's out with Lurker Tech presumably on the way, but I don't know if it's going to be in time. There's a lot of Marines heading down there to the bottom right. The Mutas have actually just ignored them. They've gone for the other group, and there's only one Hydra there on the ramp. This third base could actually just die straight away. Oh my god. The Lurker aspect wasn't ready. Is it ready now? Is it going to make it? Make it! Morph it! Morph it! Oh! That was close! That was very close. Is this going to be enough? Yes, it is barely enough to defend. Oh my goodness. Crisis averted. No! Crisis reignited. Not averted. New crisis. Crisis number 2. Crisis number 2. Oh! Make the Lurkers. That Lurker's gonna... Is it gonna die before it pops? No, it's gonna pop and then it's gonna die. Ah, Seaball. Why is that Lurker not dead? Okay, now that Lurker's dead. But it looks like it's enough. It is once again enough. No, now there's more Marines! New crisis number 3! No, okay, that's not really a crisis. It's only like 8 Marines. And we got a Queen's Nest. So Zero is really racing up to that hive. But actually, no, I think that's pretty normal. That's pretty standard. Looks like we got +1 attack on the Marines. And we got the Mutas going back. That's actually still quite a few Mutas. It's probably, you know, like 11 Mutas with the group. Gonna run in here, try and do some damage. Maybe not 11. I'm not really sure. Oh, stop lurkers! Stop lurkers, he's gonna try and bait as many marines as possible to unleash them! Unleash the lurkers! Unleash the lurkers! Yes! Nicely done by Zero. Oh man. I think the Mutas can finish off the rest of these marines as well. Oh, fantastic. My one complaint about that was that he didn't seem to not quite target them correctly and get the best skewer off for the first one. But that was still very good. And Mong, oh my god, is Mong gonna get 2-0'd from the group? Oh, that would be so sad, Mong, no. I think that would make a lot of people quite annoyed as well if Mong like knocks Killer out of the round of 32 and then bombs out of the round of 16. Oh man. That is not how it was supposed to go down. Definitely not. But it looks like we had a drop going into the top right. I don't know why there's an SCV here following the drop. Maybe he wants to go in as well, but he's not allowed. And here we go. There's a nice moving unload. The Mutas, though, are coming back ASAPly to deal with this. And there's even some lurkers here as well. So these Marines are going to do virtually nothing. Looks like it's actually 9 Mutas now left in this group. Actually 8. He just lost one to those Marines. So Zero is now in pretty fantastic shape. His hive is already finished, and Mong has just like a tiny army. He's just now starting to move across the map. I mean, you know, Defilers and Swarm are going to be up way before Mong can actually even get to Zero's natural. He might just lose in the middle of the map to the big Lurker army because he's already lost so many units. Yeah, look at that. Defiler Mount is just now finishing. Going to get consumed ASAPly. Looks like Zero doesn't want to go too far forward with his Lurkers, actually. I don't know if he's just scared of a continued drops or something. But if you look at the minimap, Zero has pretty good vision coverage of the area around his main and natural. So he will be able to spot incoming drops. He's also got decent coverage at the bottom right as well. He's actually sending out some, looks like maybe Scourge running around. No, those are just Mutas. Okay, never mind. So he was just maybe expecting another dropship to head down there to his bottom right base and just maybe try to intercept that, do an amazing prediction or something. Anyway, here comes the attack. It's a decent number of lurkers, but not a best position for them, so he's got to be a little bit careful. Oh, is he going to bomb the thing? He's not going to bomb the thing, it's not going to work. Nice little split on the Mutas, though. But I would imagine Defilers with Swarm will be up very shortly here. So yeah, there's not going to be any serious issue here for Zero. Oh, he goes for the bomb, but only gets one of the Scourge hits, apparently. 54 HP left on that vessel. Not quite what he was going for. But again, the bomb isn't crucial here because his Defilers are on time. So that would have just been kind of icing on the cake. And looks like Consume is... I didn't see a Consume there. Maybe the Defiler just got 100 energy. But what is that dropship doing? Man, look, apparently some of the units were just loaded into a dropship to go to the natural. But, oh man, that's taken care of. But that Muta needs to go away. Not only was he... hurting his buddies there, but he was like semi-erasering the drone line, which is hilarious. Oh god. Oh god, no. No, Besuru Shiba! Yeah! Got him! Lost a Muta, but he got him. That was totally worth it. And 2 vessels down again! Man, Mong is getting owned here. Alright, he's getting a hidden base though at the bottom left main. Rather than taking the close minnow only there. He's gone for that main base, and that's quite possibly a good idea. He is sending a few units over there, looks like, to defend it, so it's not just, you know, a hidden base. He does have some Marines. He can actually hold out against small attacks. Meanwhile, I would giggle if these were also stop lurkers, although I assume that Mong has scanned this. Okay, he scanned it, so those should not be stop lurkers, yeah. And there's too many lurkers. He tried to do a spread and go for it, and he's like, nope, not enough stuff. And there's a Defiler there anyway. I don't know what these Mutas are doing. Maybe they're just intercepting more dropships. Probably what it is. And got some double evos. We now got Zero going up to 4 base against, well, 3 base of Mong if he feels brave enough to actually transfer SCVs over. Actually, Mong is essentially double expanded here because he's got another command center floating to the mirror only. So if he is allowed to get both of these bases, which it looks like he might be, because Zero, despite having his Defilers ready, doesn't seem to be moving out too aggressively just yet. If Mong can get away with this, he'll certainly pull himself back here. I mean, he's not losing by much, really. He's still okay. But yeah, that will definitely put him in a good place. Meanwhile, a double drop going to the bottom right. This one is not going to get intercepted, and if he snipes the Nidus, this base could be in extreme trouble here. He needs to get a Nidus. No, only a couple of Zerglings make it out, and this is huge trouble for Zero. And suddenly, with a single drop, the game has completely turned around. That base is almost certainly going to die, and the problem is that that base also has the Defiler Mount. Oh my god, a lot of drones, almost all the drones being massacred as well before they can retreat. The hatchery is certainly going to fall. The Defiler Mount is almost certainly going to fall as well. There's only like 3 units here. Oh my god, this is horrible for Zero. He'd been doing such a good job so far of getting that vision and blocking the dropships. I don't know why he didn't anticipate this move by Mong, who was already massing up a big army outside this base. And oh, another dropship goes into the back of the natural. Looks like the mineral only is under attack. Zero going for a counterattack. And another dropship. He's doing the quad drop. The whatever drop it is. He's got the bottom right main, the bottom right natural, the actual natural, and he's defending his mineral only. He is doing everything all at once. And Zero, what can Zero do? He can do nothing. There's even a drop in the main. The drop in the main gets cleaned up. Looks like the drop in the natural is also going to get cleaned up. But the drop at the bottom right main was highly successful. That base has been entirely cleaned out. Not a single base, a single building rather, remaining here at the bottom right main. And while all this was going on, Mong got the bottom left base up and running. He's got his mineral only still intact. He is now at 4 bases to the Zerg's 3, with Zerg having a very low drone count. He has gone from being on the back foot, you know, after losing a lot of his initial Marine force to those stop lurkers, to being a base ahead of Zerg. I mean, this is just impossible now for Zero. I don't even know what Zero is supposed to do from this situation. But what great multitask. I gotta say, Mong has been showing great multitask in this whole group today. You know, even in his games against Tyson, that he lost, you know, it was a Plague! Yes, that's what he needs. That is one thing that Zero needs to win this game. Well, many more of those, preferably. But yeah, Mong, sick multitask, man. Absolutely fantastic. It's like the Terran version of Bisu. And looks like more units are pouring out here to join those Plague Marines. Look at this, Mong is actually still staying on a lot of barracks. Actually, no, he's adding some more buildings to the bottom left, so presumably those will be factories. But yeah, not doing a super early mech switch like some people do nowadays. He's confident in his micro, and it's good. It is effective. Looks like he forgot a medic, though, over here. But, oh, he might get the Ultralisk Cavern. Oh, the Ultralisk Cavern, no! And the Marines are actually still alive. Oh, my God. Zero, you dead, bro. You so dead. Looks like a few Ultralisks were made. They do, in fact, have their Carapace bonus. They're just gonna get irradiated and run right back into the Nidus. Oh god, don't erase the drones! The Ultralisk is erasing the drones! Come, Observer, what are you doing, man? Show us the eraser. What? Observer, why would you not show us that? Oh man, I wanted to see an Ultralisk erasing drones. Anyway, just look at the minimap. Mong has complete control. Hey, look, it's a... Oh. Oh. Oh well. So we've got another command center. No, these are barracks! Oh no, there are factories here as well, okay. But he's not going complete mech either. He's not going complete mech. He's gonna keep making a lot of Marines. Awesome. So, oh my god, just look at the flood of red coming out of Mong's base. He just has so much stuff. It's really cool because you know, you can make so many Marines that there's like a never-ending tidal wave of Marines coming out. It is pretty awesome to see. They are 3-1 upgraded as well. So that's going to be really, really nice. And it looks like another attack coming down here to the bottom right. Is there a Dark Swarm? He needs a Dark Swarm. There's a Radiant on the Defiler. Is he going to get a Dark Swarm? He does get the Swarm down. So he will be able to hold on just for now. And he's going to go after the Nidus. Does get it. Oh, a couple more Ultralisks do pop though. And it looks like these Marines, with the help of the Irradiated Ultralisk, are going to fall here. Of course, Irradiate affects all biological units. So Marines and Medics do take damage from the Irradiates as well. And it looks like a few vessels might even fall right here. So that's a nice little grab for Zero. He definitely needs to be making these kinds of moves to come back in the game. He's still on the back foot, but it looks like he's stabilized a little bit. He's back up to 4 bases, although Mong is actually up to 5 now, so that is still pretty bad. Meanwhile, there's Ultras running over here to try and take down this mineral only, but they're just getting focused down here. They really need some support. And well, just looking on the map, it looks like Mong just has stuff everywhere. I don't actually even know if those are all mines. I'm like, you see these random things? Okay, they are mines. I was gonna say, they're probably mines, but I didn't actually see that many Vultures produced from Mong, so I wasn't sure. But they are indeed mines. And oh god, these Ultras just suiciding into tanks. Oh man, that position is way too well defended. This is kind of the crushing despair that Zergs feel in the late game against Terran. How everything is unfair. The mech is unfair. The science vessels are unfair. Oh god, and the Nidus Canal is going to fall, and this base could go down again. He might just target the hatchery here and ignore the units. Actually, there's no swarm, so he can just kill the units, in fact. Although there's one swarm. If he just moves back out of it, he can probably just take care of this anyway. Oh, looks like there was another nice plague on the bio with the natural, and in fact, the multitask is a little bit too much for Mong even, and he's not paying attention to these units at the bottom right, so missing a bit of an opportunity there. But, you know, defending his 5 bases is still plenty. I wonder how much money he has, actually. Because, you know, Medic Marine are so cheap and so fast to produce that you have to have some seriously good macro. If you're on 5 bases and still massing away Medic Marine, you have to have a pretty sick pump. Whereas with Mech, of course, it's a little bit more forgiving since the units are more expensive and take longer to make. Kind of like Protoss. That's why I play Protoss. It's like the easiest to macro. Anyway. So it looks like he's killed, well, not that much actually, at this base. 3-2 upgrades done for the Marines, 2-2 for the Zerglings, but of course with the +2 Carapace and Ultras they will be 4-2. And another attack going in here to the top left. I feel like Zero's throwing away a lot of Ultralisks in these small attacks. Okay, this one is making a bit of progress, but Zero has really bled a lot of Ultralisks without really doing anything. Maybe if it would have been better if he had just masked up a little more before going for a big attack, or maybe instead of just running around on the ground, going for some kind of drop into the main. Like, I don't really see that much stuff defending either of the main bases at the top left or the bottom left for Mong. So, you know, investing in drops in this late game situation could be very useful. Anyway, nice couple of D-Matrices on these leading Marines. Although it looks like, uh-oh, a lot of Cracklings coming in here. Zero might actually take this engagement. No, he won't in the end because Medic Marine are just way too strong. And the 3 o'clock drone does get denied. Oh, he gets a dropship at least. He gets a dropship, he's going to clean this up. Man, Zero's holding on for his life. Remember, this is the losers match, and it's a best of 1, so the loser of this game is knocked out from the tournament. And the winner will go on to face Tyson. If Mong takes this, we can actually see a rematch between Mong and Tyson. Or, if Zero wins, we'll see our first ZVP of the day. Looks like another dropship going down to 6 o'clock. It looks like a Scourge there, though. Yeah. Oh, he might save it! Wow! Wow, that was lucky. That was extremely lucky. Meanwhile, that is a lot of Medic Marine being chased by Ultralisks. And it looks like this drop is not taken care of. Is it taken care of? Oh, 1 Marine, it's 1-on-1. The Marines are running out of the swarm. Man, the Ultras are beefy, but they're not that strong. Can't take down all these Marines. Anyway, Zero is sticking on this Ultra Link. You know what's really interesting is that, like, Zero can stay on Ultra Link because there's not even that many spider mines or anything. Like, this is a really interesting late game TVZ situation where, oh my god, that's a lot of tanks though. I was gonna say, because nowadays we often see the complete mech switch from the Terran, and oh my god, GG! What? GG from Zero, just too many units flooding towards him. Taps out of the game, Zero is knocked out.